This market continues to be propped up by government intervention and manipulation, and unfortunately, as that continues to happen, I think this market can go higher. The government's been doing a good job of keeping it that way, no matter what the real underlying current is, unfortunately.
Then what happens when we go into the second half? Is reality going to hit in a bad way?
If the government can keep, putting all these IOUs out and printing money, I guess not. I would have said the first 6 months, many professional traders down on this floor would have told you the same thing. This market should not continue to move up the way it's had, move up 4 months in a row, basically. But that's what it's done, and really, you're going to have to pin it right on Obama and his staff as basically trying to prop this market up on a daily basis. They're doing a good job.
It's worth to point out, though, that interest rates have come down in a week after the Fed really suggested it wouldn't do anything more in the way of the quantitative easing. It left its policy in place and didn't extend it or do anything too much dramatic there. And interest rates seem to have come down on their own some, just as they seem to have gone up on their own some.
Well, there are market forces, in place that are moving these markets. Supply and demand certainly affects traders that have no underlying, interest other than making money on these particular trades. But it really is a situation where every single day we have some kind of backstop from the government. I mean, these markets are not free markets anymore. This whole year has just been absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know when it's going to stop. But as far as I'm concerned, this continues to drive the market higher. It will continue, and I don't see any stop.
Did you send him talking points, Rick?
Well, I think Larry's doing a darn good job. I tend to agree with most of what he's saying. As far as the optimism of rates moving down after the Fed statement, there's a lot of forces at work. I would just suffice it to say that the asset purchase program has created 2 or 3 extra helpings of volatility. And like uncertainty, volatility sometimes is an unappreciated characteristic.
Wilbur, weigh in here.
Aren't we facing an environment where Washington is the new Wall Street? Seems to be no capital transactions get done at all without some sort of intervention from Washington. And I wonder, how do we ever get off those vitamin pills?
Well, we have a lot of places in history, Mr. Ross, where, we don't. I think the best model for what's going on now, truly, in every fashion, whether it's healthcare, whether it's cap and trade, viewers, look at Fannie and Freddie over the decades. It's a business that was in a proper business, sort of, with a government charter, and they had huge impact in the decision-making, and ultimately, the presence of the government skewed pricing, and we are living with the aftermath of that. I think that translates well into any business the government gets in.
I think that overstates it a little bit, Rick. If you want to go out and do BBB mezz financing on credit card asset-backed securities at 9, 10, 11, 12%, you are absolutely free to do that. What the market is saying, essentially, Wilbur, is that it's not going to get any of that done at that price.
And then maybe we shouldn't be doing it, Steve.
Well, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe people should be able to should not be able to get any credit at all on their credit cards.
When you commit many sins, the ultimate end is that there has to be some type of healing process. And as much as I think the Fed and the Treasury are moving in a way to make it heal, what they're doing is pushing it forward. Yeah, and the real excited about that Washington, while they spend all this money in the consumer savings.
It's not really healing if you're just transferring liabilities
from one balance sheet to the other.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no healing. No healing at all right now.